Hi everyone, hope you're all doing good. So, we have completed plant tissues. In the previous class, we learned about the complex permanent tissue. Okay, now we are moving on to the next one, that is animal tissues. So, now in this module, we are going to learn some of the tissues present in our own body. Let us see. As we know, animals have specialized cells for various functions. Muscle cells for movement, blood for transportation of oxygen and waste material. Blood and muscles are both examples for tissues. Animal tissues are of different types. On the basis of the function they perform, tissues are of four types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, and nervous tissue. Observe the picture of stomach. These are the different tissues that form stomach. So, in the same organ, different types of tissues can be found. Let us see the first tissue in detail, the epithelial tissue. It is the covering or protective tissue in the animal body. It covers most of the organs and cavities within the body. It forms a barrier to keep different body systems separate. What are the features of epithelial tissue cells? The cells in epithelial tissue are tightly packed and form a continuous sheet. Only a small amount of cementing material is present between the cells and there is no intercellular space. Cementing material helps in attaching the cells to one another. In epithelial tissue, only very small amount of cementing material is present between the cells. The cells of epithelium is separated from the underlying tissue by an extracellular fibrous basement membrane. That means the cells or tissues which lie below the epithelium is separated from the epithelium by an extracellular membrane. Different organs in our body are covered by different types of epithelial tissue, and these different epithelia have different structure based on their unique function. Simple squamous epithelium. The cells of simple squamous epithelium are extremely thin and flat, and they form a delicate lining. Simple squamous epithelium is found in the lining of blood vessels or lung alveoli. These are two areas where transportation of substances occur through a selectively permeable membrane. It is also found in the esophagus and also the lining of the mouth. This is simple squamous epithelium. You can see how flat the cells are. Our skin is also made up of squamous epithelium, but it is made of many layers of epithelial cells to prevent wear and tear. As they are arranged in a pattern of layers, they are called stratified squamous epithelium. Strata means layers. Look at the picture of stratified squamous epithelium. You can see various layers of epithelial cells in this. This helps to give protection to our skin surface. Columnar epithelium. It is columnar in shape, that is pillar-like. It is tall. It facilitates in movement across the epithelial barrier, which means it helps in movement of substances across the epithelium. It is found in the inner lining of the intestine. In respiratory tract, these columnar epithelium have cilia. Cilia are hair-like structures which can move, and thus it helps to push the mucus present in the tract. Cuboidal epithelium. They have cube-shaped cells. It forms the lining of the kidney tubules and the ducts of salivary glands. Sometimes epithelial cells become specialized as gland cells. Gland cells has the capacity to secrete substances at epithelial surface. Sometimes a portion of the epithelial tissue folds inward to form a multicellular gland. This is called glandular epithelium. It is found in the glands like salivary gland, sweat gland, etc.